Daddy over there eating. Mama over here wanting to eat. Well, you guys, we're going live. We are going to give about 30 seconds for you guys to jump on. If you don't jump on, that's fine. You can see the video later. We have Kira and Alan in the background. And today they are going to ask us questions that they been wanting to ask us but have not asked us. We don't know how far this can go. We don't know if we're going to answer every question because sometimes children, they get outrageous, right?
Yeah, they do.
They get outrageous.
Especially these two.
Especially these two. So, are y'all ready to get started?
Yes.
Who's going first, Alan or Kira?
Me.
Kira's going first, and we're going to just give it a drum roll. Let's go. Address who you asking the question to. If you asking mom, dad, or both.
Both. And the question is, where was your first date?
Where was the first date?
Daddy go first.
At a restaurant in Columbia.
That's all I know.
Think the name of it.
That's all I know. A restaurant. I'm not sure what restaurant.
I know it was for lunch. It was Forest Drive. I know that much.
Lunch on Forest Drive, Columbia, South Carolina.
My turn. How did you meet with Mr. John?
How did we meet?
Yes.
We met through someone else that we both was friends with.
Yeah.
On the ride to the grocery store.
Tell me about the
It's Kira turn, Dookie.
out.
Okay.
Okay, what you got?
Do you believe in love at first sight?
Yeah, I do believe in it. I've experienced it. I believe in love at first sight. Love is an amazing tool that bond you to someone that you see. Like Charlie Wilson said, I think I saw my wife. There goes my lady.
Oh.
What about you, Mom?
Maybe second sight.
What was your favorite band growing up?
Well, my favorite band was James Brown. James Brown and the Flame. They was good. As well as the Cool in the Game. Get Down on It. All kind of things. I had a lot of bands, but we weren't allowed to go see too many of them because work always comes first. Chores.
I would probably have to say my favorite was B2K with Batman. I believe that's his name. Batman, Immature, Romeo, LDB. And yeah, that was my favorite band. I like their song My Very First Time. It was a couple of songs, but we're just gonna move right along.
If you could change one thing about your life, what would it be?
That's a good one. That's a good one. I think, in my case, I think I would get to know Jesus Christ earlier in my life than I did. I knew of him, but not as well as he knew me. So I would come to know him a lot quicker so that I could be more of a servant to him than wait till later on in life. What about you, babe?
What was the question?
If you could change one thing in your life, what would it be? Are you giving it a lot of thought?
I think that I would have thought earlier on becoming an entrepreneur and working on it. So right now I can already be financially stable where I want it to be. Instead of trying to get there and working at all these different jobs instead of working for myself and my family. Next.
Mom, what were you craving when you were pregnant?
Well, I was pregnant 3 times. The first pregnancy,
It's like week.
I like a lot of ice cream. I know that. And then the second pregnancy, I liked a lot of hot wings. And then the third pregnancy, I'm gonna let your daddy answer. He should
Jimmy
remember.
John,
Jimmy John
always subs,
subs.
always subs. That's probably why his hair so long, because mom was eating a lot of subs.
Okay. If y'all want long hair for your children, eat subs during your pregnancy.
How about the day we all were born?
Tell about the day y'all were born.
Since it's just Karen and Allen here, we just talking about y'all. I don't know. The day y'all were born, we went to the hospital.
Like where we crying?
At the hospital, it took forever and ever and ever. Had to wait for them to like induce my labor, and it took a long time for both of you guys to hurry up and get here. And of course, you guys, the doctor had to pop your little butt to get you crying, make sure you're alive, make sure your vocals going on. And I just was excited with both of y'all to take the little hospital picture. That's it.
I remember when Alan was born, because I probably was working when Kira was born. More likely I was working when Kira was born. But I remember Alan was born and Helen ran me out the room. Said, "Get out the room. You done your work. Get out the room." And she just threw me out the hospital room. And I laughed and her mama said, "Get back in this room. You need to be a witness to this." I said, "Okay." So that's what I remember about that particular day.
Dad's being in the hospital asking all these questions. You don't want to hear none of that. They ain't being helpful. They just looking all around. And you trying to have this baby, and you just like, man, just go, because you're wearing my nerves even more.
All right, I have a question. Who was your first girlfriend or boyfriend?
Uh-oh.
Who was your first girlfriend? What kind of age range?
I don't
Because
know.
sometimes you think you got a boyfriend or girlfriend, and you're only 6 or 7. So what age? Give us an age. At what particular age? Like, what age?
Teenager?
Who was your first teenage girlfriend?
Well, who I thought was my girlfriend wasn't my girlfriend, because she wasn't my girlfriend, because I was just me liking her. Evidently, I had a crush on her, and she didn't have nothing on me. So I rather not call her name, but I think she know who she is. She see the video.
But what was your first one?
My first one, I don't know what that qualified as a girlfriend. I don't know.
Mom, I have
I
a
don't know.
question for you.
We're not done yet.
No.
My first boyfriend, his name was Jacory. He was new into the town, and I'm from New Jersey, and I liked him mainly because he was from New York. So just coming to South Carolina from New Jersey and still having some kind of accent, and everybody's like, say this again, say that, kind of like mimicking you or picking at your tone because you talk different from them, knowing that actually they the ones that was talking kind of weird and crazy down here in the South. But anyway, he came from New York, and we could relate more on a lot of things. So just being friends, and then that was like my first boyfriend. And I think I was 14. I wasn't supposed to have a boyfriend, but yeah. Anyway, next.
What is your hope for your children or your grandchildren?
Oh, your dad can ask that for his children and grandchildren.
Well, I hope they get married at a very middle age of life, which is 25 nowadays. And if they have any children, I hope they'll be good parents and example for their children to want to be role models after, and they will live their life according to God's standards. I would like for them to get to know Jesus Christ so they can help live this life. I don't think that as far as with 2 boys and a girl, I think the girl shouldn't get married before she's 32. because I don't want her having no kids at all. I know she's a selfish little thing, and that hard to get out of her life. But I think that the boy should be married by 25 and the girl at 32.
My ex, why they should get married at those ages or whatever.
Because they'd be more mature and able to handle the responsibilities of being a husband and a wife.
Well, I just want my children to read their Bible, learn more about Jesus. Something is catching me this one. But try their best at being Christians, and whoever they dating, I really don't want them to date and have children and do all of that. I want them to focus more on what Jesus wants them to be, or who God wants them to be, basically. That's it.
What was your dream as a child for both of you?
What was a dream as a
Like,
child?
what did you want to be?
Grow up, buy a house, have my own car, have a good job, have children, and just live that life. Be the best dad I could for them.
Okay.
I dream to be a chef and also work at the funeral home as a funeral director, and to not have a family so early so I can just do both of those things without having to leave my children behind for somebody else to take care of them. But that was the dream I had for me, but that wasn't the dream I asked God what he wanted for my life. So that definitely wasn't it, I don't believe.
Have you ever broken the law?
Yeah, speeding down the highway, almost lost my driver's license. And I pray that the children don't fall in that concept and that they will obey the laws of the land. They will not be caught speeding, drunken driving, stealing out of a store, anything of that nature.
I have a question.
I broken the law speeding as well, and also littering. Go ahead, Alan. Littering, throwing
Tell me
things.
about your grandparents. Instead of your
My grandparents, you guys have met my grandmother. I'm sorry, my grandparents. Yeah, that's my grandmother. You guys have met my grandmother before, my great-grand in New Jersey. Her name's Hattie Walker. Y'all have only met her one time. And that is your grandma's. Hold on, let me get this right. My grandmother. You guys, I'm wrong. I'm talking about my great-grand. Okay, so my grandmother means my mom's mom. Her name is Janet. You guys have met her one time. My grandmother, I don't have much memories with her as a child, but I have seen her at the family reunion and talk with her a little bit, eat food with her, of course. But yeah, we didn't talk much about my childhood. And my grandfather on my mom's side as well, I got to do a lot of things with him as a child and an adult. My grandmother on my daddy's side, that's your Nana Helen that I was named after. Thank God she's still living. We get to spend time with her. And my grandfather on my daddy's side has already passed away, but I got lots of country memories with him on the farm, running after the animals, trying to feed the pigs and chickens and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
I have another question. That's a 20 cent. I'm a 20
Alan not going to let us just answer both, so we're just going to keep going. Go ahead, Al.
How many times were you loved?
Loved?
Were you in love?
Oh, how many times were you in love?
How many times were you in love? I'm going to say 6.
Uh-oh.
6 times. I mean, love 6 times, but they didn't love me.
800.
800? No, no.
You was in love 6 times,
Yeah, but they
but they
didn't
didn't
love
love.
me.
Wait, how many?
None
love
of the
you?
6 of them love you.
2 of them did.
2 of them.
Okay.
Mm.
What about you, Mom?
So,
Mom,
I
I don't
want
know what.
keyboard turning off.
Probably 3 or 4 times.
What was your biggest fear when you were younger?
My biggest fear was the same fear I have today. That's disappointing God till he want me dead or he'll kill me, right? But also bugs and spiders and that's it. I'm so scared of them. I broke a toe.
My biggest fear was walking by a graveyard at 11 o'clock at night.
Oh.
My mother said, you walk by the graveyard and you get a hot air pass you by, you look back, you'll see that spirit that just left. And that make your hair stand up on the back of your head. So I was afraid of the dead. That's what I was afraid of. And yes, I had to walk by the graveyard to get home. So what would I do? I would run by the graveyard, not walk, run.
Run past it.
Run.
Like Forrest Gump.
Run. Because I did feel hot air. I don't know if it was for me or was a spirit coming by. But I did ran.
What was your first word?
I don't know.
Daddy.
I think my first word was dad, if that's considered a word.
When?
How many more questions do y'all have? Because my sandwich is getting cold.
Eat your sandwich.
I can't even talk with food in my mouth.
I
You
have
can
another
keep my
one.
mom's going. Okay, go.
Let me think. What is your dream job? Like, what is
Already
your dream
asked that out.
I'm living it now. Retirement.
You're
That's my dream job. Retirement. Not having to work for anybody at their time, but on my time.
Right. To be a big, wide, worldwide known, famous YouTuber. And also to have my own business doing my business, wherever my business is at that time. It may be selling jewelry this particular day, clothes the next day, whatever I want to do.
So you had.
Y'all have any
What was your first car?
car? My first car was a Isuzu Rodeo.
Ooh.
And it was green, just as
looking at
pretty as I want it to be. And it was, that was something. That was my favorite car, you guys. That was it, a Isuzu Rodeo. I think it was a 99.
My first car was a 64 Ford Galaxy 500. I didn't want that car. I wanted a 65 Chevrolet Impala, but my father wouldn't sign for it. And so I ended up with the 64 Ford Galaxy, and he got the 65 Chevrolet Impala.
Oh, no.
Yes, he did.
But he let you drive it.
No, he didn't.
Oh.
You said a 64 Galaxy.
64 Ford Galaxy 500.
64 Ford. Why did you... Wait, how did you come up with our names?
How did you come up with your name? Mama can answer that because the mother always named the children.
Wait,
Kira.
Yep, that's my.
I came up with the
Oh,
name
fast.
Kira from the show Reba. And Reba, she named her daughter Kira and one named Cheyenne. First of all, I knew that I wanted my children to have 5 letters in their name, just like Helen. Talik, who is not here today, I won't talk about his name, but his name ended with a K. So I knew my next child name will begin with the K. So it couldn't be Cheyenne, so it had to be Kira Cheyenne from the show Reba. That was my favorite show at that time. And because Kira name ends with the A, I knew that the next child name will begin with the A. So we had some suggestions with Alan before naming him. It would be either Alan. What else was it? Aiden. Was it Aiden? Alan.
I don't recall. That was many years ago.
Alan. I don't know, but I just knew that Alan name will begin with the A and have 5 letters as well. However, we chose to spell it because Kara ended with an A. You guys have any more questions for us?
Yes.
I do. Do you believe in love at first sight?
We answered that already, Dookie. Your daddy said
Okay,
yes, and I said maybe at second sight. Like the first time you might see that person or maybe go out with that person, you may be thinking like, ooh, that was love at first sight. But if that second date or that second meeting don't come around, then I guess not. So maybe that's still the same thing, but that's how I answered that question, Alan. Any new questions?
What is your favorite movie? It says.
Oh, what? Y'all got to give us some kind of John Ray or something because with the movies, it's like you have a favorite scary movie, you have a favorite comedy, right? You can't just say out of every particular, you get what I'm saying? So, whoa, I don't know. But if we can only say one movie, what's your...
The Lion King.
Ooh,
The Lion King.
Whenever I'm in a mood or depressed or getting aggravated or excited about something, I look at The Lion King, and that portrayed a lot of my emotion when Mufasa was talking to his son Simba.
That's a good movie.
My favorite movie is Pursuit of Happiness.
Hey, Will Smith.
By Will Smith. And Will Smith is like my favorite actor, you guys. Will Smith is my favorite black or African American, however you want to categorize it. Will Smith is my favorite black actor. And Pursuit of Happiness is my favorite movie if I could only choose one. Because you're always trying to be happy. You want to be happy in life. You want to figure out what makes you happy. And that's it.
I need to go watch that again.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness. I remember it.
Is that it?
Last question.
One more question. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see. Let me see.
One more question for you and one more for you, Alan, if you have one. That's it.
What was your first expressions of each other when you first met? Do you think he was funny, weird, annoying?
That's a good question. I want to hear this one from you.
When I first met your daddy, I just thought he was kind of like a I guess I'll say kind of like a softy person. Kind of like I just thought that people would be pushing over him. Like I thought he was kind of soft. I guess that's the way you could say it, soft. Like a lot of people would push over him, use him, lie to him, cheat, things like that. That's what I thought.
Well, when I met your mother, she was a person of sternness. She was serious. She was about business. When she do business, don't get in her way because you just hindering her progress. So I look at her and she's just doing business, and she had business mind. I didn't have that in mind when I met her, but she had business mind. She liked to do things in a sequence of order. I just does things. That's out of order. I just does things. What taking so long? What are you doing? Well, would you like to do this? Would you like? Hey, I like the spur of a moment. Sometimes I don't like to have things planned. I like to just let it happen.
Ooh, my hair.
That's how I met your mother. She was very orderly. I never met a person like that. Out of all the 6, she was orderly.
Out of all
the 6, she was orderly.
Oh, out of all the 6. Oh, I was like, what the word you say? What the word? Is that it?
Alan supposed to have one.
I'm looking. How much money did a person need in love life?
How much money
Money
do
the
you
person need
need
in love
in
life.
love life?
How much money do you need in love life? Now that's a good
Um,
question.
I
How
don't
much
think
money
you.
do you
I
need
don't
in
think
love?
it's a certain amount of number of money you need in your love life because love conquers all. So if you guys just love each other, you'll figure that out. It'll come. I don't know. The money will come. Y'all will do things. Y'all have all kind of different ideas on how to make money.
That's
Mm.
all. The question.
So you, that's.
Go ahead, babe. I'm sorry.
Oh, so I was just gonna say you just need maybe a little bit to start whatever you want to do. You can just have a little bit of money to get to a job, or you could have a little bit of money to start your own business together to help in your love life. Go
Okay.
ahead.
I think that I think with love and money, it is first of all, you find someone who's like faith, like character, who have some of your same desires in mind, want something. Because some people, um, when they make money, they look at the woman they with and said, "I can do better." What you didn't have anything, that was the best you could do. But money shouldn't change who you want to be with. And some women do the same thing. I want a man with some money. So it never was about love. It's about opportunity to do better. And when you love a person, money doesn't have a play because with or without, like some of your vows say, for better or for worse, you want the better and not the worse. So if you get the better, you get to understand that sometime in life there will be worse. But if you have the opportunity to grow together, y'all can work it out. So money and love comes before money. But money is the root of all evil.
The love of money. So
Mom.
are you in love? Or are you trying to love the money? So you guys, that was the last question. And thank you so much for watching. And I'm glad that Karen Allen Dad was able to get on here and join me in this live. Thank you guys so much. Alan, Carol, at least give a